This little guy needs your help. But first, let me tell you his story. A few days ago, we found him lopsided right here.
He was down here on the ground all flopped over, huh?
Yeah.
And we just thought he was from the other group of goslings that had just hatched out. We thought he got separated, huh?
Yeah, but
And was weak because he couldn't even walk.
then we figured out she still had 9.
Yeah, then we counted all the goslings and they were all accounted for. This was an extra. So what happened?
Well, after we took care of it for a while, we got strength back. Tried to put it back with its mama, but she wouldn't accept it.
Yeah, this is its mama. It had wandered away from the nest, and the mama is still sitting on eggs, we think. We don't know if they're viable or not. But she just left it alone to fend for itself, huh? And so then you guys brought it back to see if she would accept it, and what did it do? What did the mama goose do?
She just hissed at it.
Yeah, hissed at it. Wouldn't accept it. And the nights are still a little too cold for such a little fella, huh? So we brought it inside and we've been taking care of it ever since, huh? You feeding it some pancake, Jay?
Yeah.
Cuddling.
We need your help with naming this little guy. Pretty sure it's a boy.
Yeah, so we could use everyone's help.
We thought of Rex and Sunny.
And we can't decide.
What do you think we should call it? Leave a comment below and let us know what you think. Rex or Sunny?
Well, those of you who know we got chicks a while back, they actually are already 10 weeks old, and the weather just got to where it's not freezing at night anymore. We literally just a few nights ago, it was the last night that we had to have the chicks in the house, and so they're outside for good now. And we found this little gosling that was abandoned by its mom, and so guess what? The brooder is back in the house. So here's the little guy's home. He stays in here at night because it's too cold still for it to be alone at night. But we try and get it outside as much as possible during the day. And Esther Pie just loves this little one. We have raised a trio of goslings before, so a boy and 2 girls as just little ones, goslings, but we've never had an abandoned gosling all alone. So this poor little guy gets lonely. It gets a lot of attention from the children, otherwise it's just in the little brooder cheeping away. So they've been doing, the children have been doing a great job trying to make sure it's not too lonely for too long. And just a quick note about raising little, either baby chicks, baby ducklings, any little birds. When you have a source of wood heat as your main heat, it dries out your environment quite a bit, especially in our little cabin. We've got a small 20 by 20 cabin and this huge cook stove. And so whenever this cook stove's going, it is super dry. inside. So we're pretty sure that's why we ended up losing some of our chicks, is to dehydration. Even though we had constant water, plenty of water for them, we were actually many times dipping their beaks in the water. Pretty sure that because they were so tiny and still kind of weak, that they just weren't able to get quite enough water, and that's probably why we lost so many. Out of 25 chicks, we lost 9, I believe, and we're pretty sure it was dehydration. So we probably won't get chicks from the hatchery again, unless we get them later in the season. And oftentimes you can't find what you want later in the season because a lot of the rare breeds anyway go out of stock. So it's kind of challenging, but we definitely don't want to get chicks again when we've got our cook stove going for that reason. So far the little gosling is doing great getting the water on its own. It's strong enough and loves the water, so it's been able to get plenty of water on its own without us having to help it get water. So hopefully he's going to be strong and healthy. Is he helping you with your schooling?
Yep.
Where are you going, little one?
Please don't poop.
We weren't going to share this, guys, but this is the reality of homestead life. All critters have one bad day, unfortunately. This little one didn't even get a name yet. We still want you to help us name him. What happened, Josh?
Joseph accidentally ran over it and the little toy thing he had. And
yeah, Jay was on his little tricycle and accidentally ran this little fella over.
and most likely broke its neck.
Right. It's still alive right now, but its neck is definitely broken, and we're just trying to decide to put it out of its misery or just cuddle it a little longer. So this is reality, guys. It's really sad. But the one thing that I always cling to is that every critter is gonna go at some point, and so we just try and remember. We just really try and remember the good times we had, and we try our best to make life for all of our animals on this homestead as wonderful as possible, as long as we have them. So that's what we did for this little guy. Please go ahead and tell us what you want us to name him, and that'd be an awesome way to remember this cute little fella. Thank you, guys. Thanks for understanding. Thanks for watching. Y'all mean a lot to us.
Okay, Caleb, what are we doing with that gosling, Caleb?
I'm trying to hold its neck straight.
Are we going to try to save it? Yeah. So here's what we did. We put a little neck brace on it. We were able to dip its beak, and then it actually took water pretty much on its own. Caleb was just helping holding its head. But besides that, it was able to take water on its own. So we put some vitamin C and some protein in the water. So it's getting some nutrition through the water. We're going to give this gosling a chance, guys.